Hey everyone, what's up? Newbie Snake here. How are you all doing today? Alright, so we're having our second Naruto Blazing Festival in the Japanese version of the game. I have just enough gems to do one multi-summon on that banner today, but before we get into that, let's talk about some of the current news and events. So let's get started. Alright, so first up we have the New Year's Granny Cat's hiding place. Alright, it's been open ever since December 27th. It's been 3 days now, and it'll only open until January 10th. 1859 PST, but for the Japanese time, you guys will have to take a look at that notice because it's different. I believe it's to January 11th, and I forgot the time. But anyways, it probably works out to be around the same time. So take a look at it for for more details and just to make sure. Okay. So anyways, just to simplify things, this is a new thing that's limited time. If you guys click on the store menu, I'll show you guys in a second, right here. If you guys click on the shop menu and scroll down to the very bottom, you guys will see the Granny Cat's hiding place, and in there you guys can actually trade for awesome units with the Granny Cat points. Okay, and for the English version, in order to get the Granny Cat points, you will need to summon on the on the boy's life on the battlefield summon. Okay, that's the one that I covered in my last video. That's the one featuring the kid Kakashi, Kid Rin, well, she was always a kid, and Kid Obito. All right, that's the summon that you need to do in the English version, all right, in order to get New Year's Granny Cat points. Okay, the reason why I keep mentioning in the English version is because for the Japanese version, you guys can actually do the Naruto Blazing Festival and still get the points. Okay, because the English version actually does not have the Blazing Festival yet. I'm not sure if it's coming to the English version, but probably, right? We always have it. So if you click on the shop menu and you scroll down to the very bottom, it says New Year's Granny Cat's hiding place. So once you click on it, and bam, you see these things. Okay, so I've 0 points so far, but for with 600 points, you guys can actually trade for any one of these ninjas on the list. Okay, and you know what's crazy? Tsunade is even on the list. Like, that is ridiculous. All right, so that's very awesome stuff. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have 600 points to spend, then just spend it on the characters that you need or you want, etc. All right, so now let's quickly go back to the news section, and let's see. All right, so over here we have the all new Limit Break characters. So they have just added 5 characters into the game. Well, I mean, into the list of Limit Break list. Okay, so now you can actually Limit Break Haku, Hinata, Sakura, Asuma, and Kurenai. All right, for the titles, it's over here. Just pause the video and you guys can check this out, or just click on the important notice. All right, so this applies to both the English and the Japanese version. These are the same 5 characters that you can limit break in the Japanese version. All right, but newest news is on December 30th, which is today. They have just added the 6th character to the list, only for the Japanese version so far. Okay, so the English version does not have it yet, but for the Japanese version, the 6 stars Sasuke, which is the Cursed Mark second mode or second form, is also added to the limit break list. So you guys can actually limit break that character. All right, and one little minor news, I don't know how many of you guys will use this, is the support mail. So if you guys this applies to both the Japanese and the English version, by the way. If you guys are planning to send out some email or customer support comments, emails, whatever, to the support team, they will actually not be replying your emails until starting January 5th, 2017. All right, they said all the customer support emails will be answered in the order received starting on this day. All right, so they will still be open, they will still be received during the above time from December 29th to January 4th, but because they expect a larger than normal volume of inquiries during this time, I don't know why, probably because of the holiday gem sales or whatever, there isn't really much sales, but anyway, so they won't be replying to you as fast as normal. All right, So that's one thing you probably need to know. And now let's move on to the event information, okay? So one thing that applies to both the Japanese and the English version is this new emergency mission, all right? This is the Trials, the Legendary Gambler, all right? So obviously it features all the other characters for their limit break materials, and you guys can actually, well, we can all do it for both the English and the Japanese version, and it's coming soon, okay? So it's not here yet. And for the elemental stuff, this also applies to both the English and the Japanese version. Now there is about 2 more days left, and every single day we can actually play any of these missions to get any scrolls or ramens that we want. All right, and for these ones, they're coming back, the boss missions. Same thing with the Japanese version, they're having all the boss missions at the moment. And also Phantom Castle has appeared. All right, so this one over here for the English version, we have this one featuring Shizui. And also over at the Japanese version, it's featuring the first 3 Phantom Castle rewards, all right? Meaning Haku, Sakura, and Hinata. I totally missed out on these like for the 3rd day now because I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't doing the Phantom Castle, so I guess I'll probably be missing some characters this time. All right, so that's it for the English version. Now let's quickly move on to the Japanese version. Alright, so over here we're at the Japanese menu, and we have some events that are upcoming. The first one is this one, which I've already talked about, the Tsunade one. The second one is this one, alright, this new event mission featuring the new Gara, alright, this is Shippuden Gara, I believe. This is what the best defense or ultimate defense, whatever, right? Anyway, so a chance to get the 5 stars Gara, and he can be awakened to a 6 stars, alright, so that's very nice. And let's move on to the next one. All right, just waiting for it to load. All right, so over here, as you guys can see, this is the 5th Phantom Castle for the Japanese players. The rewards are obviously Sakura, Hinata, and Haku. Again, you guys will have to check out the rewards page to see how many points you need or what ranks you need in order to get one of them or all 3. I don't know yet, I haven't really checked. And over here we have the Naruto Blazing Festival, all right, which I'll go through in a second because, you know, I'm gonna be doing a poll, right, at 50 gems today. And finally we have the, what do you call it, they call it impact, right, impact missions now. So same thing, I'll say, as the first Hokage, second Hokage, and what was that, Kushina, right? So now we're having the Sasuke one. I noticed that some of you have already gotten him, but this time we're getting the Cursed Mark second form Uchiha Sasuke 5 stars. He can be awakened to a 6 stars, and also again, just added today, he can be you can limit break him. All right, I can never know how to say that properly. All right, so over here looks pretty beast. All right, looks pretty beast, even though I'm not a Sasuke fan, but looks really nice. Very nice attack. Look at that, 2132 and 1972 HP. His range is small. And then all over here, let's quickly take a look at his skill. All right, chakra cost is 5, and then for the first, okay, let me very quickly read over this. All right, so he's kind of similar to the newest Naruto over at the Naruto Blazing Festival, but I'll talk about that in a second. So over here, the first skill, this is what it does. All right, so for his first for his 3 turns of his attack turns, okay, when you activated the skill, for 2 turns you will fully dodge any incoming skills or a chance to dodge your skills. All right, but anyways, for 2 turns you will start dodging skills, and also will recover his chakra gauge by 7. That's pretty crazy. So you just use 5 chakra and you recover by 7. That's very nice, I guess. And second part is the Chidori. What it does is it deals 9 times its attack damage to one single target enemy within his range if it is of the yellow attribute, all right, the brave attribute. But if it's for every other attribute, it only deals 6 times the damage, right? This is the part where I said it's kind of similar to the new Naruto, which I'll go through in a second. And over here, if you guys are interested in his abilities, the first one is critical critical rate chance up, right? So critical rate increases by 1.5 times over here for the first ability. Second ability is damage cut. So whenever he takes damage, he takes 5% less damage. Third one is critical rate, again, critical chance up by 1.5 times. Fourth one is damage cut, so all incoming damage is cut by 5%. And then the last one is also a critical up again, critical rate up by 1.5 times. And then for, if you guys want to get him, you guys will need to get him during the following times. All right, so it's between December 30th to, well, which is today, again, just started, to January 3rd. All right, it's from 11 to 13, 18 to 20, 22 to 0. Again, Japan's time. So go to Google and just, you know, Google your own time zone and see what time it is. All right, for, you don't do the conversion, right? All right, so over here we have Naruto, well, this is what it says, Naruto. But anyways, it's short form for Naruto Blazing Festival. And over here we have the newest Uzumaki Naruto. All right, so 5 stars. Again, you can awaken him to 6 stars. Basically, it's Naruto that's leaking his Nine-Tails chakra. Attack range small, and attack power is 2410 and way less health than Sasuke, apparently, only 1108. And it's only, what, only 110 or something, or 120 attack increase, I mean a difference than the Sasuke. So I don't know, Sasuke seems better in terms of stat wise, but I think the skills are pretty good. All right, so over here for the first skill, chakra cost is 4 for the first 9 turns, or not first 9 turns, when you activate this skill. For 9 turns, your attack is increased by 50%, and also chakra gauge is recovered by 2. All right, and the second part is your Rasengan, or red Rasengan, whatever you call it. Chakra cost is 8, and what it does is it deals 12 times, so much higher than Sasuke's skill. All right, so 12 times his damage to one single target enemy within his range. That is purple attribute. All right, that's the wisdom or intelligent attribute. But for every other kind of attributes, he only deals 10 times, not quote unquote only, because that's still higher than Sasuke, 10 times, right? So I guess second skill is what makes it worth, but he has a pretty low HP if you ask me. All right, so over here, the abilities. Oh, also one thing that they're marketing about him that's very nice is it's a new ability that they introduced for the first time. It's the self-healing ability, all right? Because, you know, we know Naruto, he heals himself, much like Wolverine from I was gonna say Capcom, but Marvel. Okay, over here, critical rate increase for the first ability. All right, so critical rate increased by 1.5 times. Second part, critical rate increased by 1.5 times. Third one, critical rate increased by 1.5 times. All right, it's until the fourth duplicate Naruto that you get will start having the self-healing ability. All right, so self-healing ability is pretty insane. Every single turn, your health is recovered by 100. All right, so and if you happen to unlock the second ability, all right, or the fifth ability, this is the second self-healing ability. So every single turn, health is recovered by 100. So if you have both unlocked, every single turn you'll recover 200. That's 1/5 of his health. All right, well, a little bit less than 1/5, but that's pretty insane. All right, every single turn. So yeah, I guess that's why his health is on lower end comparing to that Sasuke, because or else it will be quite OP, right? Can't really kill him, especially when he's taken to PvP, right? Phantom Castle. But that's it. That's all I need to really talk about. So now let's quickly go over to the gacha. Again, sorry, this is kind of embarrassing. I'm still on stage 4 or 5 because I rarely do the story mission. It's like no point. They don't even reward you with gems, right? So over here, this is the boys, whatever, the Boy Scout summon, or whatever you like to call it. Boys on the battlefield. But over here, this is our second time having Naruto Blazing Festival. One thing for the Japanese players to note is this part. It says when you do a multi-summon, or at least the first one, it will come out with 200 points. 200 Granny Cat points. Okay, so if I do a multi-summon now, I should probably get 200 cat points, but we can verify that in the end. So that means if I happen to do 3 multi-summons on this current banner, I'll probably get 600 points, and I can trade for the Tsunade that I want. But again, I'm not too sure if it applies to everything afterwards or just the first one. But again, that's you know, I'm just saying it because, you know, just to be on the safe side. But again, it doesn't say it's the first one only, because it does say for the single summon that you do, you get 20 points. For multi-summon, you get 200. So probably every single multi-summon, you will get 200, okay? But again, you guys have to test this out. Or, I don't know, search up on the internet. Probably you guys will have already figured this out. And what else was I going to say? Yes, one thing, again, remember, over here, this moving text is a reminder to tell you all that remember to use it before the Granny Cat's hiding place is finished, because all your points will be gone if you guys don't use it by the time it expires. Okay, so make sure, again, for both English and the Japanese version players, make sure you guys use the points before like January 10th or something. All right, so click on the event notice again, click on the and see the expire date. All right, so if you don't use it, you lose all the points. All right, so and I forgot to read one of the notice. I think it only applies to the Japanese version for now. Probably it applies to both, but it's saying that in the future they might be, oh no, I think I read it in the English version, they might be implementing the Granny Cat store, but like just not like a limited version. Probably will have it in the future, but not for now. All right, so they're just testing it out this time. So in the future, when it comes, you know, I'll talk more about it if it comes. So anyways, without further ado, let's do our multi-summon. 50 gem summon, and here we go. I just want my Minato, that's it. For some reason, I'm not really hyped about the Naruto as much, because I think I really wanted that Minato, that's why. Alright, here we go. Oh man, audio lag again. They're supposed to start screaming now. Alright, let's see if we get Sakura. Oh, ooh. But no Sakura, probably that means the gold character is not going to be good. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, now they start screaming. Sorry man, I don't know why I have this delayed audio today. Oh well. Cool stuff, cool background, I guess. Alright, here we go, let's see what this is. Dude, I've been getting all sound nins like in all my previous videos that I've been doing gacha pulls, right? All I've been getting are these sound nins. Not saying that they're bad, but I'm just saying I don't like them, and wow, what's with my luck recently? This is so bad. I think I've all 4 of them right now, right? Oh, over here, the Granny Cat points. And again, guys, if wait, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the Granny Cat points will be inside your present box. That's one of the things they said it in the notice. So check out your gift box if you guys are looking for your cat points, all right? Because if you missed it, then too bad, right? So make sure you receive this. And again, it's telling you to make sure to use this. This is Japan's time, so make sure you use this before this time. All right, so I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to get the Might Guy package and do 2 more pulls, and at least I'll guarantee myself like a Tsunade or something, right, from the cat points. Even though if I just keep getting like sound nins or anything, I don't know, man, the sound nins kind of upsets me. But yeah, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to comment in the comment section down below. I'm still behind in all my comments, but I will, you know, as I always do, I will read through every single one of your comments and reply wherever necessary. All right, so if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave it down below. Otherwise, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe for more quality content. And as always, I'll see you all at my next video. Take care and bye now.